Hello, Anubhav.
Yeah, hi.
Sorry for that. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
Doing good.
Yeah,
How's your day so far? All good.
yeah,
So, yeah, let me introduce myself. You mind giving introduction about yourselves?
yeah. So, hi, myself, experience in automating and maintaining pipeline, improving the deployment pipeline, Kubernetes operation, and also cloud infrastructure. And if I come to my day-to-day life activity, then it's come like first is like monitoring and alert handling for monitoring the pod health, infrastructure usage, and also like service uptime. We are using basically Prometheus, Grafana, and AWS CloudWatch. Then I come to like CI/CD pipeline. So basically, we are using this Jenkins. So I am like responsible for creating and maintaining the multi-branch pipeline, Jenkins pipeline. Sub like artifact promotion. We have integrated with SonarQube, code quality check, and also like we are using Trivy for image vulnerability scan and all. Then a power plane is like parameterized, so basically it's handled like dev queue and power environment basically, and promoting and it also we are using like artifact as next nurse. Then we are using EKS cluster, so we have like deploy 10 plus microservices in AWS EKS, and we have to also write and maintain Kubernetes manifest file like deployment, service ingress, config map, and like secrets. And then we are using SMAX and Jira for like incident response, uh, and also we are using Ansible for like automation. We have to do like reusable Ansible role, and also we are using Ginger template. In also cloud section we are using AWS, so we have to maintain AWS resources like EC2 instance, EKS cluster, S3RDS, IAM role, this kind of things. Also we are using Terraform. Basically we are automate like set EKS cluster setup, VPC, this kind of things.
Okay, got it. Cool. So, let's first start with the Kubernetes. We use EKS.
Yes, EKS cluster.
Okay. So, what's the major difference between EKS and regular Kubernetes cluster? Do you know?
EKS and
A regular Kubernetes cluster.
uh, EKS basically here we don't need to like manage the basically control plane. It's totally managed by EKS only. EKS AWS manages EKS cluster. Also means basically uh, yeah. So basically AWS yes, scales and control plane. This is managed by EKS only, and we have to like AWS services we have to increase like IAM role, VPC, CloudWatch, this kind of things we have to do thing. And here we are responsible for things like logging, CI/CD, and security handles. And if other things like you have to maintain all those things. And also in OpenShift there we have to Calico like network things, we have to install Calico over there, but in EKS cluster is inbuilt because
Got it. Cool. And what is the size of the cluster that you handle?
size of the cluster.
Kubernetes cluster, the EKS cluster.
We handle basically cluster size basically we're using different cluster for like dev and pod QA. Basically Philips is healthcare, so their data is very sensitive, so we have different cluster we have for dev QA and prod environment. They are well cluster handle like 300 to 500 things, and like cluster autoscaler we also scale nodes dynamically, so node can grow uh, easily. And yeah, this kind of things. And
Oh, so you have about 300 to 500 nodes or pods?
nodes, sorry, pods,
Oh,
sorry.
pods. Okay, cool. Okay, so and how many daemon sets do you have?
Demon set, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically we using demon sets. They are for handling Kubernetes logs. They take the logs from there's 4 to 6 demon sets over there, a fluent bit demon sets.
Okay, so for logging, do you use Blend?
Come again.
For logging purposes, do you use Blend?
Login purposes, yeah, for login purposes we are using these things only.
Okay, so where does the fluent bit ship the data to?
Come again.
Where does the fluent bit ship the data to?
Fluent bit beta shipped.
Shift the data. Where does it collects the data, and then what's the next step that your fluent bit does?
Okay, so basically it's taking the log data, and it will be shipped uh, yeah, for it's taking that data, and uh, yeah, so okay, so if I break these things, so first we have fluent bit in each node, and it's collect the log from like one particular location, like where logs containers. From there it's taking the log, then it's process the log it add like Kubernetes like metadata. Okay, then it's like basically it parts these things as a JSON format, and then it's shipped like fluently like CloudWatch. We have integrate these things in the CloudWatch, and then these things we are taking from there like CloudWatch.
Okay, so does the fluent bit ship the data to CloudWatch?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and use CloudWatch to look at the logs. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. But so isn't it? How many namespaces do you have?
Hello.
How many namespaces do you have in your production cluster?
Okay, in production cluster basically we have different namespace basically for uh, like basically I can say like around 8 to 12 namespace was there, like for Kubernetes system is like a default namespace, and also like dev stage and pod environment for we are different namespace. And for like a security section for like we are using different namespace over there. If I tell that there is like 8 to 10 namespace we are managing in the EKS cluster.
Not just about something you manage, but overall the number of namespaces, including the namespaces that you don't manage.
8.
Oh, overall.
No.
Okay, got it. Cool. And then we also talk about the CI/CD in your Kubernetes cluster. Like, how do you handle the CI/CD pipeline for the services that are hosted on your EKS cluster?
Yeah, so basically how our Kubernetes cluster setup, we are using basically Jenkins, and in the Jenkins basically we push our code in GitHub only, and we have like webhook over there, like any kind of push is happen, then this webhook going to be triggered, and then we have basically our thing is like Java based application, so we are using this Maven build tool, and for we have stages like first compile and unit test cases stages was there. So after this stages is done, we using this sonar cube for code quality check, and then the sonar cube is after done, then we are using tree view basically like Docker image, first is scan the code only, first tree view scan is for code, then then we have like a Maven build. So after this Maven build is done, then we go to the like we are basically using this Nexus repository, so we are push this code in the Nexus. Then we build our code using Docker. Our this image is properly like built, then we are again scan this code by TV only. Then after TV scan is done, then we deploy these things to our Kubernetes EKS cluster, and this whole pipeline is integrated with like some mail notification, means any kind of things is failed, then we'll just get the notified by mail.
Okay, so that tells me about your CI pipeline. What about your CD?
Come again. CD basically, yeah. So CD basically after this push is done, then like in CD pipeline going to be taken and it will be take this like a Docker image, then it will be means change our means manifest file which is pushed in our CD repository. Is change the like Docker tag, and it will be deployed in our EKS cluster. And one POC I have given by this Argo CD. Okay, so inside that we are creating this Argo CD server, and then from like it's automatically trigger after this CD is trigger, then it will automatically trigger the CD pipeline, and you can able to check this Argo CD section. This there you can like UI you have, so UI you can check this Argo CD means how many ports is deployed properly or not.
Okay, can we talk about like your experience on Argo City? So how does you did a POC, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, if not for the POC earlier, what were you using for deployment? For services in Kubernetes cluster before Argo City?
Before Argo CD.
How are you deploying applications on your Kubernetes cluster?
Yeah, so we deploy with before Argo CD normally is there like manifest file. Through this manifest file, like we using. After that, like GitOps model is came like Argo CD. Before this, normally we deploy like the manifest.
So you go on the cluster and you do apply some manifest files.
No, not by the cluster. It's done by only Jenkins pipeline only.
Okay, so does your Jenkins have permission to all the EKS clusters?
Yes, yes. We have like config file also there, so we are integrated these things with our inside our Jenkins file, and then it will be done in Jenkins. We have this store this Kubernetes config, kubeconfig.
And how do you apply? Like, what do you use to apply those manifest files?
We apply basically see with credential option is there, so inside this Jenkins, and it will be fetch your credential from the like Jenkins credential section like settings there, and there we just mentioning this Kubernetes operation like kubectl apply.
Okay, okay. And what kind of manifest files do you have?
What kind of manifest file means?
Like, what kind of CRDs are there?
What kind of manifest file like I'm telling about like deployment file you are asking these things. Okay, so
Yeah.
there we have like deployment files. Okay, to like we define pods and replica container image and all. Then we have like service manifest is going to be like Kubernetes services like you are using what kind of things like load balancer, cluster IP and all. Then we have like config map secrets we have there, and also we have like ingress manifest file also this kind of things.
Okay, so what's the difference between deployment and service?
Yeah, so deployment basically service is different things. Is like setup like networking. Inside this service we have like cluster IP. Okay, so in inter-port communication, then we have like node port. Okay, in between the network is open like 3001 3000 to 3001 port. Okay, and then we have load balancer like if you wanted to this outside the world. Okay, load balancer is there, and deployment file is inside this deployment file you just mention about the how many replica sets you want, then like your volume, all those things inside this deployment file. And this deployment file basically is deploy your application, and if you wanted to see this application, you wanted to connect with the network, then you write the services. If you have like front end and you wanted to check communicate this front end with the backend, then you can set up this service for cluster IP.
Okay. Okay, cool. And you said you also use Ingress, right?
Yes, Ingress.
Okay, got it. Cool. And what about observability on this Kubernetes cluster? How do you monitor these Kubernetes clusters?
Yeah, so we basically monitor these things using this yeah, we are using Prometheus and Grafana, so like these things, and also using this CloudWatch these things like we take the matrix of performance and health matrix. Okay, then we like Prometheus collect the matrix from the Kubernetes components, nodes and application. Then node exporter we run for like using this daemon set. We capture like node level like CPU and memory disk uses, and like we visualize these things by Grafana, like Grafana dashboard using. And we run also fluent bit like a daemon set for all the nodes to collect like from we have var log these things var logs containers. Okay, so these things also we observe like CloudWatch. By this way we just observe our like EKS cluster.
And have you used ECS cluster?
What kind?
ECS. Have you used ECS?
ECS basically, yeah, ECS we, yeah, container registry, right? Yeah, so ECS we are
Right.
so like basically we use these things like for container container registry. Uh,
Okay, so where do you use ECS versus where do you use EKS?
mm, Elastic container ECS. Okay, I'm thinking about these things. ECS we are not using basically. Uh,
Okay, got it. That's fine. And what about RDS? Do you use RDS?
I'm thinking about ECR, elastic container registries. Sorry.
Oh, registry. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was asking about Elastic Container Services, but that's okay. How about yeah, RDS services? We use RDS.
Yeah, RDS basically in the last project I used RDS basically. Currently you are using this MySQL service, not RDS, but in before you are using this RDS basically for like
So my, where is it hosted?
come again.
Where is it hosted? MySQL.
Yes, yeah, is basically hosted in the like one EC2 machine.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a standalone. Okay, got it. Cool. That's fine. So, and you said you have used Helm.
Helm we are currently not using, but I know the concept about Helm and all like these things, but we're not using in the current project.
Okay. And other question on Kubernetes. Do you know the difference between stateful set and deployment?
Stateful setup.
Deployment.
Stateful set and deployment. Yeah, so deployment basically what I inform you like this is the normal things like deployment, the deployed address. Stateful set basically you are using this for the database purpose.
Okay.
Data we use like application like stateful set basically it's help us to like it's give our pod like stable network DNS like unique identity. So it will be if you in give like pod 0 pod 1 pod, and if something is delete then it will be same name it will be show. And like these things also each pod get like a persistent volume PVC that sticks with this every pod is restart.
Okay. Got it. Okay. And now let's talk about your Terraform. So coming to Terraform, how do you use Terraform? Like, do you write modules? Do you create modules, or do you consume the modules? How do you use it?
Yeah, so basically Terraform we are basically using for is a script we are using for creating this BPC and EKS cluster basically that's we are using this Terraform script over there. And we have different modules for that for the Terraform. uh, and we also using different workspaces for dev QA and prod. We have different workspaces we are using, and also we are using this backends for store this state file in our S3 bucket. And we are also this version log by DynamoDB.
Okay, got it. But do you write the modules?
Yeah, we basically write the modules.
So you don't consume any modules from open source?
Open source module basically currently we are not using any kind of open source module. Basically we wrote our own Terraform module basically. For like each module we have like own directory like a main.tf, a variable.tf file, output.tf.
Okay, got it. All right. Now going back to the observability. So how do you how does your observability work? Like when you are monitoring something, what kind of alerts do you create? How do you monitor? Can you talk about your observability experience?
Observability basically we integrate these things with like from like Slack monitoring. Okay, it's like we are getting from Slack alerts, and for high CPU uses and like this kind of metrics we are like like something like crash back loop error, this kind of things, like service available like HTTP latency. If things that we are getting this Slack alerts, and from this Slack alerts we are also getting we open the like cluster and like troubleshoot, so something like that we are also monitoring.
Okay, got it. Do you have any on-call kind of experience?
On call experience, um, not much on call experience, but sometime like you have to attend this on call, like if any kind of uh, escalated if need, like something like escalated, like DB is not working, like so sometime not too much like on call experience, but yeah, some means on like few times I go for on call and like troubleshooting these things, like improve this reliability.
Got it. Okay, cool. And do you want to talk about any of the projects that you worked on that kind of that you felt was super challenging for you?
Project basically, yeah, so I have like one project is there, like which is like a PNM project. If I inform like, tell you, one project is there, like PNM is like patient notification management system. Okay, so what these things do basically, it's like one kind of system that helps like detect the important events, like book appointment, test things, all those things. It sends a real time SMS or email. Okay, then there is like when a patient like book an appointment, the system it's sync these things with that with doctor system. Okay, in 24 before these things appointment is sent, it sends a reminder to the doctor. Okay, and this kind of project I worked in like previously, and there is like different microservice also there, like user management microservice, patient profile, notification microservice. There different like 10 microservice, 10 plus microservice over there. This is like project I worked, and current project is the performance bridge project, which is like analytical tool. So it's also help in like healthcare, in hospital there are different like CT scan machine. So it will be like observe the CT scan machine, means how much patient wait time, how much time radiology are taken. Means sometime what happened, like some radiologist came and they told that this we need one more CT scan machine, but this is that very difficult to like buy one CT scan machine. So in our system it will like check that this all the CT scan machine is properly like utilized or not. The which check like this CT scan machine is not properly observed, means utilized. So it will be checked with the radiologist, like why this is not. So it will be helped by this way.
But what was the thing that was challenging for you?
Yeah, so basically if I inform challenging things, one like think last week I got one ticket. Okay, so that ticket is informed that like, we are getting bad gateway. Okay, so I have to like troubleshoot this thing. So what happened, that they are like triggered the like pipeline, and then suddenly it's stop working. So I check that like Kubernetes logs. Okay, event logs, this is properly working, means no error is over there. I check services also, like endpoint is properly or not, but there is a no issue I found. Okay, then I checked like last PR. Okay, these things, then I checked that they had changed one like a volume list, DB like a variable name they changed in that section. So for that our config map, what variable is there, it's not matching. So for that reason it's not up the it's not up. So I changed the volume and then I triggered the pipeline again. So these things like resolve the issue. So
Okay, and let's say you got instead of 504, let's say you have a service that's exposed to internet or internal network connectivity via VPN or anything. Let's say we got 404. What could be the reason?
can you come again?
So let's say there's one of the services that you expose through that's hosted in Kubernetes, you expose to internet. But when you are trying to access the endpoint that it's supposed to connect to, you get 404. What could be the reason?
We are getting 404 error. Okay, let me think a little bit. There's one service endpoint. When we hit this endpoint, we are getting this 404. Mm,
Like, I just want to understand what is a person that you will look at.
if I means troubleshoot these things, there is a different issue comes under these things. So first I will check the like application log first. We need to check like kubectl log, then port name. Okay, then I'll check the application log. Then I'll verify the port mapping. This properly port mapping is properly working or not. This port mapping we are using kubectl disk
Port
type command
mapping.
kubectl.
Where in the port? Like, where do you check the port mapping?
Yeah, so verify our port mapping. We are using this kubectl disk type and service name. It will ensure like correct port is exposed or not. It will check. Then if we use this ingress, then we have to check this ingress rule also, like kubectl disk type ingress. We have checked this load balancer rule is properly or not. Then like if there is like DNS problem, we have to use ns lookup command or like dig command. We have to check. So like that way you have to check like troubleshoot these things.
Do you use Route 53?
Route 53,
Yeah.
yeah, Route 53 you are using.
Okay, cool. Got it. So yeah, I think I'm done with the interview, and I don't have any questions. In case if you do, please let me know. Do you want to ask any questions, or do you have any questions?
Yeah, so basically like they are using like which EKS cluster, like self-hosted or like EKS or GKE.
We use EKS, managed EKS service. I mean, it's AWS offering of EKS, the managed one by AWS. So that's the one we use.
Okay, and last interview there means one guy, the last interview they are telling that they are also using GCP, so GCP also.
Yeah, we use GCP, but we do not have infrastructure over there. We use it more for data science model calls. So the model, so for calling any Google models, we need to have GCP, and that's why we use GCP. As of now, we do not have any infrastructure, but in future things might change, and we might host infrastructure over there. So we don't know.
Okay, currently we are using only AWS services. Okay.
All the infrastructure is in AWS, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm currently working in AWS only.
Okay. That's okay. I think any one cloud is fine. If you understand one cloud, you easily adapt to other cloud. That's okay. That's not a big deal.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that much.
Cool. All right. Any more questions?
No.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you, Bob.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Cool.